Dr. Rachel Northern here, your family chiropractor, wellness chiropractor. And today I'm talking about stress management and healthy brain tips, because stress is how we manage our brain. That's where we come from. So this topic's pretty important to me because I tend to get stressed out easily. So I've learned through the years how to manage it, and a lot of these tips I've personally done myself and helped other patients do. Just earlier this week, I got a little out of control, stressful, and started kind of hyperventilating. And I, again, went back to some of these things. I'm a mom, I'm a doctor, I'm a business owner. I have a son in college that I'm trying to keep in touch with. I have a daughter that's struggling with some of her schoolwork in high school. I have a husband that, I need to be a wife to. So there's a lot of hats I wear, and I think all of you probably have that as well, where you have to wear a lot of hats and you want to know how to manage these things. So let's go on with the talk. So first off, I kind of started at an interesting place. I talk about goal setting, achieve results with goal setting. And every year, I usually, in the couple months before the end of the year, I start setting the next year's goals. I do have a handy dandy little worksheet I have on our website. It says your health, and it's got hashtag 2019 health goals, and it's got like a scale 10 to 1, and 10 is like you're rocking it out, you're doing the best you can, and everything's great in life, and 1 is like awful. And so I tell people to rate themselves. Circle on this chart where they rate themselves in whatever area of life you want to set goals in, and circle where you are and where you want to be within whatever time frame. I say within a year, because year is a long time we can start getting some momentum and have some good positive changes. The shorter span you have, the more stress you're going to put on yourself, unless it's something simple, a goal to achieve. So you got to be self-compassionate too on setting these goals. And then I have 1 through 5 of things that you want to set goals on, and we're going to talk a little bit better how to do that. But I always talk about trying to make sure you write these down. I sometimes even write them on my bedroom mirror in a dry erase so I can see them in the morning and at night. Then also some of the things that goals that my husband and I have together, I'll put them on so we both can see them. So it's just something that your subconscious can see, even if you're not actually reading it every day. So that's something important, just kind of help have a plan for your life, because that does help bring down stress. It helps you know where you want to be and where you want to go, and it helps you know where to say no to some things or yes to some things in your life. So, SMART goals have been around for a long time, so the better you make a goal, the better it's going to be for you. So we make sure you're specific. It's like, what exactly do you want? For example, I have a lot of people, I want to lose weight. I want to, well, okay, how much weight do you want to lose and by when? So, how much? You got to measure it. You got to take action. How are you going to lose weight? Are you going to join Weight Watchers? Are you going to count points? Are you going to count calories? Are you going to decrease your sugar intake? Whatever. What action? Are you going to exercise more? Are they realistic and relevant? Is it serious? If I want to say I want to do a slam dunk, by the end of the year, well, first off, I'm not really good at basketball. Second off, I don't really have a good height to try to slam dunk. So sometimes it's not realistic. I'm all for you guys dreaming big, but sometimes we stress ourselves out because our dreams are not kind of really in reality for us. We're in fantasy land. So dream big, but make sure it's something that's achievable. How about time-based? When are you going to do it? Like I said, I say, say that weight loss one, you want to give yourself several months to try to get that momentum and get change, because you can start to lose maybe a bunch in the first month, but then you plateau because your body has to change and go through regulations. So you've got to know what you're doing. Be, like I said, self-compassionate. Realize it takes time and momentum. Sometimes too, we learn, we start to get these habits started and we fall off the wagon, so to speak. And you got to get back on, and you got to try again, because it's not just a linear process a lot of times. So One thing is important to talk about just to decrease stress is have time. Take 10 to 20 minutes of just setting down, like early in the morning, maybe when you first get up, and just stop, take deep breaths, meditate. Some people pray, some do a devotion, something that helps just kind of put you in a state of that you're not stressed, where there's no demands on you. You just kind of set your day, maybe even visualize what you want your day to be. Think about positive things. And we'll talk a little bit about that later. Maybe read some positive affirmating things, stories, to kind of start your day with a good, calm tone. And I like this one too, is the stop doing list. Eliminate things that suck your energy. Sometimes you got to eliminate people that are energy suckers. Unfortunately, a lot of times it's family, so you can't always get rid of them, but you can maybe put boundaries on them. So, what's your tolerance? What are you tolerating in your life? And believe it or not, it could be just like a little thing that sucks your energy. It's like a broken hanger that's in your closet that you see it every morning and you don't know why. You just don't take it and throw it away. But that little thing, like it's a little drip, a little annoyance. And if you had a lot of those little annoyances through your life, it can compound into stress. It's just, like that drippy faucet. It just irritates you. Even like a drip from like a small water fountain, it just wear away the rock eventually and break the rock. So you gotta look at things in your life that you're tolerating that you can. Simple things sometimes to eliminate, make a list and just start eliminating. It's the clutter in the junk drawer, whatever it is. Take time, make a schedule, plan it to clean it up, and that'll take some stress away, which gets talking about getting organized. There is a big movement right now when I go to some of these networking events. There's a bunch of professional organizers nowadays out there that can help you eliminate stress just by creating systems to help you, like putting bins and shelves and organizers, even plan, they'll help you even plan, getting planners and helping you organize your family. It's big business right now because they know it works and it does help. I personally have a planner that's my go-to book, and I write everything down and I review. On Sundays or the weekends, I try to look at the week ahead and what I have in place and prioritize certain things, so I know what's important, and if I got other opportunities for other things, see if that's worth it or not, and that helps eliminate stress because I know what I should be focusing on and what I shouldn't be focusing on, and the better organize your spaces, the better you can think. Also make effective use of your time. Use books and CDs, and during breaks you can do. Audible has tons of books. There's all these different books you can learn, to keep your brain active and learning, because that just helps you know how to make better decisions in the future. So utilizing your time, not just maybe doing whatever, Facebook time, social media time, which we're going to talk about, which I know I'm on social media, but we also put this on YouTube, so you can use it, look at this at your leisure. You can listen to this talk on, your leisure, or when you're driving a car, trying to be something proactive, something that helps your brain expand and learn. Also, we know 20-30 minutes of exercise a day, walking, even on your lunch break, take a lunch break walk, or in the morning, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes on lunch break, 10 minutes after work. That 30 minutes still equates the same, research has shown, as doing a 30-minute total together. So just try to accumulate that. But try to, again, part of that, planning your life. We plan so many things. We plan vacations. We plan, maybe set goals on what jobs we want, or how much finances we want to accumulate, or maybe savings, or what's going on with our kids' future or their sporting events. But we don't really plan exercise sometimes. We don't put that. You have to put it into your schedule or it doesn't happen. You have to plan it. Otherwise, it's just the world, life just takes you over. Next thing you know, it's like years gone by and you're like, what did I do? So you have to be purposeful in life. Be on purpose. So exercise also is known to help decrease the stress. It's decreased depression, decreased anxiety. Research has shown this. Just doing exercise releases natural hormones that help calm the brain and alleviates inflammation and other things in our body. So you can find fun ways, maybe not just walking. I have I know people that do line dancing. I have a senior that they have line dancing classes they go to twice a week. Other things, you can find something fun. Go to the roller rink, whatever, just something to get you moving. So, de-stress. So we talked about de-stress, exercise, and stretches. So another thing you can do is yoga. You could either take a class. There's plenty of apps that you can do yoga on your own, stretching. Those are also teaching you how to breathe, and the better we breathe, taking deep breaths, the better it calms our mind and also strikes some of the tension out of our muscles and our shoulders. So we have, I have so many patients because when I have them on the table, I'll have them take a deep breath and they're breathing up here with their shoulders when they breathe and not with the diaphragm. So their muscle right here is designed to help us breathe. That's the one that tries to contract to pull the oxygen in. And we are breathing like this with our shoulders, and then that's connected to our neck, and it just causes more stress and sometimes even causes numbness in people's hands. So I teach people, when you're breathing, make sure you're breathing with your diaphragm and breathing out, making sure you're using more of this muscle than your shoulders. These are supposed to be extra muscles for breathing, not the primary muscles. Tai Chi has also been known to help with that overall movement and learn to breathe and de-stress your muscles. And we are soon going to be offering Tai Chi classes in the office, so I'm really excited about that. Quality time. So there's research has shown spending actually face-to-face time with others, not the social media or whatever, or even if you have someone on the phone, it's best to have someone face-to-face. Research has shown to sit down, have lunch with a friend, make dinner plans with other couples. I personally, we a couple times a year, I actually plan a family game night, and we have my friends and family come over, and we play board games and charades and all these things and connect. And research has shown that social community actually helps your brain calm down, helps you relate to others, and actually improves your health, believe it or not. It's been researched on that. And get unplugged. So we're going to talk about that next. So decluttering, by unplugging. So decluttering your brain by unplugging. So there's so many things we can get distracted on the internet, on our phones, these games. And games, a lot of people play these games and say they de-stress, but research is showing it's not really de-stressing you. It's just keeping your mind going. But it's an avoidance technique. So, clear your mind of distractions. Try to make time to, just have peace be able to come into your home. You have to plan these things. You have to unplug and sometimes just think. And I do what I call is a mind sweep. So I sit down with a piece of paper and I maybe put a timer on for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And I just kind of write down all the things that are kind of chattering in my brain. Sometimes it's like, oh, I got to make sure to drop that off the dry cleaner. Oh, I got to make sure to schedule that. I got to check this flight for my next seminar. When is that going to happen? All these things are kind of chattering in your brain. I put that down on paper, and it's so freeing because then I can go back to that later and then put it in my planner and schedule that into my life. So I'm not afraid I'm going to miss something. We have that fear of missing out in our society today, which, some of that is, nonsense, because if you just really be present, you're not going to miss out on anything. But you need to kind of make sure, again, that you plot your life. What do you want out of life? Do you really want all this? Because sometimes we accumulate things like through social media or through the news in our brain that really isn't something we really want. So you can stop and think, is this something I really want? Or is this just something society told me I wanted? What do you really want? So taking these times to declutter and meditate, or like I said, do the mind sweep, write things down. This helps you kind of focus on what's true and what you really do want to achieve in your life and get out of life. Another thing that's really stressful is certain foods we put in. So sugar and caffeine are definitely stressful on the body. It's physically stressing. It's, great. It gives you that boost of energy, but you crash later and pay for it later. So that short-term boost is not worth the long-term stress you're causing on your body. So eating more healthy foods, making sure you eat fresh foods and fruits and vegetables, which I've talked in many talks about. And also there's supplements. So in the office we talk about ashwagandha. So I have like ashwagandha, I have adrenal complex, I have rhodiola and ginseng. So some of these natural herbs. I also talk about B complexes. So depending on each patient, I kind of have them do a symptom survey and we find out where kind of their pitfalls are. We can try to give them some foods that they can eat to help boost their energy, and then also maybe some supplements and vitamins that can help, or if sometimes they need the herbs to help sustain their adrenals because they've already, burned themselves out. So how do we bring them back into balance naturally? And there's natural ways to do that. We don't need to do caffeine or those 5-hour energies, or those things are not good. They're good for short term, they give you energy, but long term they're not very healthy. So you've got to think about the body you want in the future, not what you want right now. So another thing that helps with that eating healthier and helps take away stress is also the planning of what you're going to eat, meal planning. So in Sundays or some day in the week, if whatever day it is, my day is actually Tuesday. I'm not here in the office. That's the day I go to the grocery store, so I can do some meal planning. If I actually, a lot of times, because I know if I buy the bulk little bunch of broccoli or a bag of carrots, I will not cut them up. They will rot. I'm sorry. I'm one of those lazy people on that. When it comes to meal prep, I don't like being in the kitchen. My husband actually likes to cook more than I do, so he does most of the meals. So I actually buy the pre-tumbled, like the carrots. I mean, I do the organic, but the pre-cut things, because I will use them. I will eat them. I'll throw them in a baggie or throw them in my lunch easier if I have it already prepped for me versus not. I know it's a bigger expense, but it's not really, I'm not losing out because I'm not giving it so that I have chickens. So all our leftover stuff that doesn't get ate goes to the chickens. So I'm not feeding the chickens with the foods that I never prepped. So you got to think about it. If you're a prepper and you like doing that stuff, then go ahead and prep. But you've got to, again, put it in your schedule. Make time for that meal planning. And the more you plan that, the better you're going to eat healthier. You're going to make better choices. And overall, your family is going to be healthier because of it. So you can have, even for my kids, prepping them. I used to have them, they made their own lunches, and we have everything ready ahead of time. It's going to be easier. Otherwise, they're going to run out the door because they don't have time to make their lunch. And then they're getting hot lunch at school, which might not be the greatest option, depending on where your school is. My school does the best they can, but hot lunches at school are not the greatest. So, sleep is important. So that's another thing. We are a sleep-deprived society. We do not get enough. They say, I think the average American is getting like 6 hours of sleep. They know research shows we need at least 7 to 8, and emphasis closer to the 8. There's a lot of things that go on at night while we're sleeping. We have organs that rejuvenate. We have, our brain just needs that break and that time to rest. We have hormones that are released for repairing. All kinds of things go on while we sleep. So we definitely need to make sure we need that rest. And if you don't get that rest, it's going to perpetuate your stress cycle. So the more you rest. Now, I have some people that have trouble sleeping. So that's kind of an epidemic I'm seeing in our society. And there's, again, some nutrients that help with that. Supplements, magnesium is one that's a calming thing. I tell people maybe an hour before bed to supplement with magnesium, depending on your case. There's other herbs and things like that that I work with patients on. So that is something really is important. So if you're struggling with that, see a professional, like a health professional like myself. And if it's like something you just can't sleep and you try to, or if it's self-induced because you're staying up late doing things, watching TV or social media, whatever you're doing, try to stop that. Try to have a set bedtime and a set time to get up in the morning. And this is something I alluded to earlier, get rid of worry and develop an attitude of gratitude. So, avoid negative thinking. Studies have shown staying positive is good for your brain and overall well-being. So when we start off our day thinking positive, our subconscious automatically is going to look for positive things that are going on throughout your day. If you start out the day and say, this day sucks, I hate that, I don't want to get up, it's going to be awful, your brain's going to look for all the awful things that are going to happen in the day. So it's all about focus. So the more positive we are, the better your day is going to be. Even if you come across a challenge in your day, you can look at it as an opportunity of growth, and how that's not hopeless. So but it's intentional. You have to do that. And I know some people, you're just wired to be Debbie Downers. I'm sorry. But just if you can make the effort, you have a choice on how you want to think. There is choices there. So that's something that you have to be proactive in as well. And that's something you can set on your goals. Like, start your day with maybe looking up some positive affirmations that you can start on the day, and write that in every morning, that you're going to do 5 positive affirmations. Believe it or not, in this office, every day before we start the office day, as an office, we do some positive affirmations, like how we want this day to go, what we want flow, we want everything to just work out how it should work out. And it's amazing because it works. So, and last but not least, I say take care of your nervous system. So stress also causes subluxations or misalignments in the spine, because we guard, and muscles can pull your bones out of alignment, causing stress on your nervous system. So I have so many patients say just getting adjusted alone helps alleviate a lot of stress on their mind and on their body, and also makes everything work better optimally. We're looking for optimal health. So getting checked, if you've not been to a chiropractor before, or it's been a while, go in and get checked. That will definitely help you overcome some of your stress. And it's been proven that immunity and posture and energy are all interconnected. And so, the better our posture are, the better we can function, and the better energy we're going to have. So that's it. Also, obviously, the common things that chiropractors are known for, like, we help with headaches, we help with neck pain. If you're in pain all day, that is going to be part of that drippy faucet. And I have so many people that come to my office that they've been suffering for weeks or months a lot of times, and within a couple treatments are feeling so much better, and they're like, why did I wait? I'm like, exactly, tell others, because we have awesome treatments here. I mean, in chiropractic, we've helped so many people. It's effective, it's safe, it's conservative, so it's great, and I wish more people would know about it, because there'd be so much people that would be healthier in our society if we had more people going to chiropractors. So, call to action today, I should say, is pick 2 points on things you need to work on. So pick 2 things. This is on my website. So www.the, word spelled out, the doctor, INYOU, the doctor in you.com, and there is a little tab that says health goals, and you can print this off and try to make maybe at least 2 points that you want, or print 2 sheets out for 2 areas of your life that you want to work on, maybe professional and personal. And so you have a plan, and try to do it in the smart way. So you're very specific, the more specific you are. So 2 points from this talk today. And then if you haven't been to a chiropractor, schedule an appointment. You can do that through our website as well, or give us a heads up on that. You can call the office, 815-344-0113. If you're not in my area, we've helped other people get connected with chiropractors in their areas, because I want everyone to be healthy. So you don't have to be by me, and we'll try to help you out. And I do have a book called Journey to Vibrant Health that kind of talks a little bit more detail about all these little things, and it's a little over 100 pages, pretty simple read, and that can give you some ideas on how to live a more vibrant life. So thanks for joining me today.